Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 Shamoyalo. We here to let you know 53rd annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022. It's going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
Power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
Did I play the wrong one? I played the wrong one.
I've sat down many times trying to do this.
No.
Trap exact. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really need you down here. From all the pain that you're going through. We know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you.
What's that?
That's all you say you. About 5 minutes.
I raise my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers. Because we really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through.
Captain got this up in there.
Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just want to call on you. To show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I raise my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Boy. Come on, West. Boy.
Look, I keep it on to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweet. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man, all them niggas go retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe it. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming, Vinny, Vici. Hear them devils screaming out, bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. You niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the street. Jay Holland through the street. The nigga made the wrong move, he ain't make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I keep it low to the T. UPK play for keeps. Hey, shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch? I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime, fuck peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we takes. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it on to the T. UPK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead.
All right, let's clap it up. Christ. Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, where we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible since 1969. We are the home of the truth, man. Tonight, we're gonna be getting into a very, we're gonna be getting into the topic of the Proverbs 31 woman, right? So, a lot of our sisters, especially, coming out the Christian church and, in the world and all of that, they love to say, that's they tend to be their favorite scripture for our sisters, right? Yeah, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman, Proverbs 31 this, Proverbs 31 that. Bob Kashaf, you don't mind getting Proverbs 31, verse 31. This specifically that scripture, that our sisters tend to gravitate to. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times, since the Christian church has bastardized and finessed the Bible so much, and because of our oppressor and what they were taught to teach back in our captivity,
right?
Our people don't understand the Bible at all, and we tend to cherry pick from the Bible. And what we got to understand is that this whole entire Bible, not only is it our history, but it's relevant, and there's nothing that's going to change it. Every part of the Bible is relevant,
right?
And you cannot, as a matter of fact, no, slack it. But you cannot cherry pick from them. You can't pick and choose what you want to adhere to out of the Bible and what you want to throw away. Like, that's not how the Bible works. The Most High is not the author of confusion, and he is not going to tell you something that's contradictory to what he told you before, and he's not going to tell you something that's false. The entire Bible is what we need, the entire Bible, so that we know how to live as people. And if we don't adhere to the entire Bible, then we're going to continue to be lost, like we are today. Salaki, Baba Kashai, go ahead read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
Right. So this is the scripture that our sisters. Is it a verse? You might go to verse 30 real quick.
Come. Verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Okay, so this is where our sisters tend to gravitate to in the Bible, in the Christian church. They tend to this tends to be the particular favorite of our sisters out of the Christian church and in the world.
Right.
But we got to understand, first of all, that's a heavy scripture, and even that part, we tend to, brothers and sisters don't even understand that.
Right.
But we're gonna get into it. Baba Kashai, you mind starting from the top at verse 1.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 1.
So this is very, very heavy what is about to come out. And we just gonna break it down. Go ahead, Baba Kashai, slack here. Keep on interrupting you.
The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him.
That who?
His mother taught him.
Say that one more time.
His mother taught him.
So this is these are the words of King Lemuel, and these are the things that his mother taught him. So the thing that you are reading, the things that you're reading are things that another woman taught him from the things that she had learned, probably, from her husband or from her, leader at the time. But these are things like, this is not just some like, sister, brothers and sisters like to say that the Bible is misogynist and all of that, and discriminates against women. These things that are in Proverbs 31, they're coming from these are things that a woman is teaching her child.
Right.
Or has taught her son as a child. Read on. Let's like it. Go ahead.
Verse 2. My son. I'm slacking. Verse 2. What? My son. And what? The son of my womb. And what? The son of my vows.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. Give not thy strength unto a woman.
Read it again.
Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings.
So this is a woman telling her son, give not your strength to a woman.
Right.
This is a woman saying this. So like, these are not our words, man. This is not, the Bible is not like, it's not anything. We don't discriminate against our women. The Bible doesn't discriminate against women. And this is a woman telling her son, give not your strength to a woman. Now, why would a mother tell her son that? Especially as a woman, like, because nowadays, like, you'll hardly hear a mother tell her son to give not your strength to a woman. Like, she's gonna teach her son to cherish, and like, there's nothing wrong with like cherishing and loving your woman, but that's what a woman in the world is gonna teach her son, to love and to find you a woman, treat her like a queen, and all of, like, that's what mothers tend to pour into their sons, so that when they find a woman, treat her like a queen, and spoil her and give her the the white picket fence with the house with the white picket fence, and all of them get on your one knee and spend all this money on the ring. Like, that's what our sisters teach our sons, right?
That's right. But like it. They teach our sons, their sons to serve the woman.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most High Christ.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Most High Christ, the water. That's the root. That's the nutshell. In so many words. That's the nutshell of it. Our sisters teach our sons to serve their women and groom them up to serve their women. And at the end of it is really us serving the children, or us serving the children,
right?
Because the women are all about the children,
right?
And they are taught to, they do everything for their children. So for us to be, chasing behind the woman and serving her, we are really Baba Kashab, before we move on to that, can we get Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12? But we're really serving the children, and that's because we are out of order. Because we've been taught to be out of order.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like going through, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if a sister or a brother is grown up in the church, you're not taught to give not to give your strength to a woman.
Right.
And why is that? We're gonna find out why, but you got that?
I got it.
Most High Christ, the water.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
As for my people,
Right.
Children are their oppressor.
The what? Read that again.
Children are their oppressor.
Ooh, how are the children the oppressor? Go ahead, read on.
And women rule over them.
And who?
And women rule over them.
So our children are oppressors. So that's why we celebrate Thanksgiving because we do it for the children. We celebrate Christmas because we doing it for the children.
Right.
We celebrate what? Easter. We are convincing. We tell our children lies all throughout the year and teach them that a bunny is laying chocolate eggs and got our children running through bushes looking for chocolate eggs.
Right.
And Salakia, if a bunny laying chocolate eggs, them ain't eggs. That's something else.
Right.
But it's just ridiculous, like the nonsense that we teach our children and that we are raised to believe, knowing that those things just aren't true.
Right.
But we believe those things because what? Read it from the top.
As for my people, children are the oppressor.
So as for Israel, as for the children of the Most High, the Lord's people that He chose, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read that again.
Children are their oppressors.
So the children are oppressors, and there are oppressors because
and women rule over them.
Because the women rule over them.
Right.
So the children want to celebrate the children see their friends celebrating Thanksgiving and having turkey and ham and all of that, the greens with the ham hocking and all of that. Like they see that and they want that. Right. And the women, you know what I'm saying, they have compassion and you know what I'm saying, a love for their children, but not according to knowledge. So because they want this thing, they're going to convince you. They're going to push for that thing to happen. They're going to push for Thanksgiving because their children want to eat, you know what I'm saying, ham and turkey on this day. They want gifts. The children want gifts for for Christmas. So they convince you to teach them lies and tell them about Santa Claus and sit on this fat oppressor's lap, this pedophile, right. And they, you know what I'm saying, they teach you to put the, you know what I'm saying, worship, you know what I'm saying, do idol worship because the children are oppressors and they serve the children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we get these things from. These are not new. And it's because we have not been taught what a proper Proverbs 31 woman is, what a proper or what a virtuous sister is described in the Bible, man. Well, we gonna get into the, is there any more on that?
Yeah, let's flip more on that.
Okay, no sweat.
Oh, my people, they which led thee caused thee to error.
Right. So they which lead thee, the women and the children,
right? They
do what?
That's like you. Lead thee, cause thee to error.
So the women and the children and leaders cause us to err. They cause us to make a mistake because we are out of order, man. We're out of order. And read on.
And destroy the path of thy and destroy the way of thy path.
And because we are led, you know, because our people are out of order, we make you know what I'm saying, it causes us to make mistakes.
Right.
And it leads us, you know what I'm saying, off of that straight and narrow path that we need to be on, man. It leads us away from following the law, statutes, and commandments. It leads us away from keeping our high holy days and our feast days that the Most High told us to keep. And it causes us to celebrate, you know what I'm saying, keep idol worship and worship, you know what I'm saying, like worship idols and look up to like our public figures that we look up to, like Martin Luther King. It causes us to honor and revere them when really, you know what I'm saying, people like, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and, you know what I'm saying, brothers who have just been lost because we're out of order.
Right.
We're out of order. Let me get
you go back to that?
Slacky, not yet. Hold that though. But 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, if I'm not mistaken. That's it. Most incorrect. But we got to understand that we have to, like, not taking anything away from women, like, because women are powerful, especially a Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman.
Right.
They are the most beautiful, most powerful women on this planet. But we have to understand that that power, that beauty, all the gifts that the Most High gave to our people, it comes to nothing. It means nothing if we're out of order, because the protection of the Lord is within the order that He set up, within the structure that He set up. So if we are out of order, then we are outside of the Lord's protection.
Right.
It doesn't matter how much our people think we know, or, you know what I'm saying, how much better. Like, look at our people now. Like, our people are, you know what I'm saying, statistically the fastest, the smartest. We jump the highest. We are the most athletic. We are the most what else? Like, we are the most preferred. Like, we have the most preferred capabilities out of all the nations, right? So why is it that we're at the bottom? Why is it that we were able to go into captivity and fall into the same pitfalls and the same traps that we have been overtaken by years and for thousands of years, man? Because it predates, you know what I'm saying, the transatlantic slave trade. Why are we going through the same things for thousands and thousands of years, man?
Right.
Because we're out of order. And because we're out of order, we are outside of the Lord's protection. So once you come out of order that the Most High set up for us, then we open the door for, you know what I'm saying, for attacks, you know what I'm saying, from all these other nations. So, like, go ahead, unless you got something you want to bring up.
Nah.
Okay, no sweat.
All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every that the head of every man is Christ,
right?
And the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Right. So this is breaking down these words a little bigger.
Yeah, I had to mark that.
No sweat. Well, this scripture, this 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3 is breaking down the hierarchy, the structure that the Most High set up. Read that again, Baba Kashai.
Come on. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man,
right?
And the head of Christ is God,
right? So this scripture is breaking down the hierarchy, man.
Right.
What we got to understand is this hierarchy isn't set up. This structure isn't set up to oppress anybody. It's not set to oppress, you know what I'm saying, Black, Hispanic, and Native American men or women or the children. It's not set to oppress you or to take advantage of you. It's set for your protection, man. Everything that is in the scriptures from Genesis to Revelations and all through the Apocrypha, all the law, statutes, and commandments and the teachings and the examples that were set in the Bible, it's for the protection of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
And we have to understand that, man. We can't be selfish and, you know what I'm saying, try to pick and choose and cherry pick what we want to do with the how we want to run, what we want to pick out the Bible, man. We can't cherry pick the scriptures, man, because these things were set in place for our protection. Now, Baba Kashai, let me get Salakia. Go back to that Proverbs 31.
All right.
Like, so now that we understand the hierarchy, we have to play our role. What's a man's role is to guide and protect, to be a priest, and to lead the nation, lead his family, do the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? By you know what I'm saying, any lawful means necessary, man.
Right.
That's what we have to do. Our job is to, you know what I'm saying, leave our families, man. And to leave, you know what I'm saying, leave our, you know what I'm saying, where we grew up, and to, you know what I'm saying, go to the highways and the byways and go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's the job of a man. Right. That is the role that we play. Right. Now, everybody has a role. So the man has a role, the woman has a role. And I forgot to say too, like if everybody has a head, you know what I'm saying? Like men in the, you know what I'm saying, the men, the priests have a head. We have men above us giving us orders and telling us, you know what I'm saying, guiding us and telling us things to you know what I'm saying, commanding us. Like, and it's no different from the women. Even Christ had a head.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Like most high Christ had a head. Like, so what makes any man or woman greater than Christ to where, you know what I'm saying, Christ had a head, which is the most high, but we feel like we don't have a head.
Right.
Your sisters feel like they don't have a head. The brothers feel like they don't have a head. Like, what makes us feel like that is very arrogant. It's very arrogant and foolish. And because of our arrogance and foolishness, we are outside of the Lord's protection.
Right.
Like, we have to understand that, man. This is for our protection and our safety, because the Most High loves us, man. He didn't choose us to, you know what I'm saying, see us, you know what I'm saying, fall into a ditch or see us run into a wall. He didn't choose us to, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of us and destroy us. That's not the type of power we serve. I mean, he is definitely a terrible power, and he will, you know what I'm saying, he will give the order to have you destroyed. But that's if you are out of order. That's if you are outside of the Lord's protection, man. But that's not what his whole purpose is for you. Like, his purpose isn't to destroy you, man. So like we had Proverbs 31.
Yeah.
Where was we at? Verse 3?
Yeah. Verse 4.
Verse 4. Okay, no sweat. Let me get verse let me get verse 10.
All right.
For the sake of time.
All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Right.
For her price is far above rubies.
So again, this is not a misogynist book, because this is what the Most High thinks of our women.
Right.
This is what we think about our women, man. It's not, we don't oppress, you know what I'm saying? We're not in here oppressing nobody or taking advantage of nobody. We know the value of Black, Hispanics, and Native American women.
Right.
Like, we love our women, man. Read that again, Bob Kashai.
Who can find a virtuous woman? Mm-hmm. For her price is far above rubies.
Far above rubies, man. The price of rubies is, man, good night. Like, that's not nothing cheap. But the price of a woman is her value. That's what the word price is referring to. Her value is far above the value of a ruby, right?
Right.
Of rubies, right? It's far above rubies. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what it's like. You.
Oh yeah, no, you go ahead with your point. I come after you.
Well, no, so like the Most High values are, you know what I'm saying, the value of a woman is far above rubies, man.
Right.
But we know the value of a woman. Like, that's why, again, like, this book is not to oppress you, man. It's because you have value, and you have so much value that you cannot behave just like any other nation, man.
Right.
You can't just do anything or say anything or behave any way, eat anything, wear anything. You can't just do just anything that you want, because the Lord loves Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans so much that he has guidelines, you know what I'm saying, to make sure we stay in rulership.
That's right.
It's like, you go ahead.
Oh, you know, if I could, man, you know what I'm saying, what you said earlier, that they, you know what I'm saying, with women that's in the world, they say that the Bible's against them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible is a big old mirror in front of your face.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? And like this scripture right here said that who can virtuous woman? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For her price is far above rubies. You know what I mean? Like, the Most High, see, the thing is, the Most High, like, if you do good, he lets you know you're doing good.
Yeah.
If you do bad, he lets you know you're doing bad. Now, our people in the world, you know what I'm saying, what we do, if it go against you, then the Bible's wrong.
Right.
Then the Bible don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying, like our sisters in the world. You say, tell sister, you know what I'm saying, cover her behind up. Now the Bible say cover your behind up. Now she got a problem with it.
Right.
The Bible's against them. That's right. You know what I'm saying? But if like everybody was like, I ain't gonna keep.
No, go ahead.
No, you got it, man.
No, I don't mind at all, man. It's the lower class.
Most ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing they want to run to is a virtuous woman.
Right.
How can you be a virtuous woman? You doing unvirtuous things.
Right.
It's like, go ahead.
Most High in Christ. Now, that's absolutely facts, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that just goes back to the point. Like you can't just cherry pick out of this Bible, man. It's Bible like that. Just the same Bible that says that a virtuous woman's price is her value is far above rubies. The same Bible that says to dress modestly. The same Bible says you can't just eat anything. The same Bible says that you have to submit yourself to your husband, man, and obey your husband, man. It's the same Bible, man. And it's all of those things. All of these law, statutes, and commandments are there because your value is far above rubies,
right,
sisters.
That's
why those things are there, man. Because the Lord loves you, man.
Right.
He loves you so much that he wants to protect you, and he wants to make sure that you are in the Lord's protection.
That's right.
But for you to have the Lord's protection, you have to be in order. You have to. There's no way around it. There's no way around it.
Right.
It's like it. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah, Baba Kashad.
All right. Verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
Right. So your husband should be able to trust you, man.
Right.
The Lord your husband should not have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, what you doing, if you're gonna follow an order, if you're gonna back talk, if it's gonna be a battle, if I come and approach you and try to correct you. Your husband shouldn't have to worry about those type of things. Like he should be able to trust you that if he gives you an order, if he tells you to do something, then you're gonna do it.
Right.
That he doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying, battle and counsel and argue and raise his voice. Like, I mean, sometimes like brothers, I'm sure 90% of brothers would rather just not raise their voice against their woman, man. Like we would rather talk sweetly and Baba Kasha if you could, and you mind if like our sisters or our brothers would rather talk to our women that way. But if it's a battle, then it's going like the brother is going to have to speak to our sisters more abrasively. It's going to be, you're going to get a little bit of, you know, he's going to raise his voice a little bit.
Right.
It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, some strong language. It's going to be some, you know, it's going to be that way if you're not in order and you're rebelling against order. Why? Because your price is far above. Read that again.
Right.
Verse 10.
Verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Because your value is far above rubies. Right. So your husband, your Lord, your camp leader, or the men above you, they're going to talk to you in a way. If it's a battle, they're going to battle with you, and they're going to raise their voice, and it's going to be like that because they love you, because your value is far above rubies.
Right.
And our brothers and sisters, or our brothers would rather, you know what I'm saying, you feel some type of way, you feel upset because a brother raised their voice at you, or, you know what I'm saying, use strong language while talking to you, than for you to end up dead or end up harming yourself, or put yourself in a position where we have to now put our lives on the line and die for you because you didn't follow an order, and now we have to go die.
Right.
That's what we would rather, just raise our voice and talk to you abrasively than to see you harm yourself, man.
Right.
Or put our lives in jeopardy, man. Because you're valuable, man. You're valuable. And that's how valuable you are. So like read on Baba Kasha.
Verse 12.
Yeah. So like it.
Verse 12. She will do him good and not evil.
You would do what?
She will do him good,
right,
and not evil.
So she will follow every order. Go ahead.
She will do him good and not evil.
So she is going to bring him honor.
Right.
Go ahead.
She will do him good and not evil.
So it's not going to be a battle every time an order is given.
Right.
Go ahead.
All the days of her life.
Now, some of the days of her life.
All the days of her life.
Now, when she feel like it.
All the days of her life.
Now, when her husband makes her happy.
All the days of her life.
Now, on Valentine's Day.
All the days of her life.
All the days of her life.
That's right.
Not missing one. This is a Proverbs 31 woman. This is the standard of a virtuous woman, man.
Right.
She's going to bring her husband honor and do him good and not evil all the days of her life. that's the standard, man. Baba Kashab, let me get Hebrews chapter 13, if I'm not mistaken, verse 17. Let me make sure I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what I want.
Say 13, 17?
Baba Kashab.
All right.
I'm reading when you got it.
All right. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17.
Right.
Obey them that have the rule over you.
So we just read the hierarchy in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. The hierarchy is the Most High, Christ, man, women. And the women, you know what I'm saying, rule over the children. Read that again.
Come. Obey them that have the rule over you.
So just like Christ, you know what I'm saying, obeys everything that the Most High commands, which is why he is called the Word.
Right.
Just like the men, the priests and the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, we obey every order that's given to us.
Right.
The sisters are expected to obey every lawful order that's given to them.
Right.
Just like our sisters expect our children to obey every order that's given to them from them. It's nobody's exempt from the hierarchy and the structure that the Most High set up, man. It's not oppression. It would be oppression if our sisters had to obey and be subject to, you know what I'm saying, to us, and we had no head, we had no ruler, nobody giving us orders, nobody, you know what I'm saying, guiding us and restricting, you know what I'm saying, making sure that we don't do anything unlawful.
Right.
That would be oppression, but it's not that way, man. That's not how the Most High set it up. Because again, even Christ has a head.
Right.
It's like, is there any more on that? Oh yeah.
If I could, before we go on,
Most High Christ. That's what.
You know, it's heavy what you bringing out, priest, because like when we go to slavery, right?
Most High
you a job. You go to your job. You have a manager, right? Are you saying this is slavery? You know why? Because you're getting money after that.
Right.
So you saying that when you get to your husband, you can't follow orders. I'm saying when they give you order, you think it's slavery. The only way you think it's slavery because you in your head you think it's not reward for it. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, it's a reward for you following what your husband say, man.
Damn right.
In this Bible, man. So you could do it for a white man, but you couldn't do it for that man you lay down next to every night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The one you got his kids.
Right.
You share kids together. You can't do it.
Right.
Man, come on, man.
Right.
Come on.
No, that's heavy what you brought out. The man that you chose. Because at the end of the day, like our sisters tend to feel oppressed, but you made the choice. Like you choose your husband.
Right.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying, you're just born with, you know what I'm saying, a husband, and now you have to just deal with this man all your life. Like if you don't wanna have a husband, then don't have a husband. If you don't want to have to submit to your husband, then don't have a husband. But you do have to submit to somebody though. If you don't have a husband, you have your father, you have brother, uncle, whoever's of age to be able to, whatever male that is of age to be able to guide you and protect you properly. That's who you yield to. But at the end of the day, like you choose your husband. And that responsibility gets passed to your husband to guide and protect you and die for you.
Right.
So, like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like if you know what I'm saying, it's not a hard thing to comprehend.
Right.
It's not a hard thing to, you know what I'm saying? Salaki, we still in Baba Kashab, Most High Christ. Salaki, I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Okay, no. For they watch for your soul.
Salaki, you mind reading it from the top?
Okay. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Obey them that have the rule over you.
Right.
And submit yourselves.
And do what?
And submit yourselves.
And do what?
And submit yourselves.
Right. Submit yourselves. Go ahead. Salaki.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah, Baba Kashab.
For they watch for your souls.
For why? Because they do what?
For they watch for your souls.
No, because we want to oppress you.
For they watch for your souls. Right.
No, because this is just some sick joke, and we just like stepping on our women.
For they watch for your soul.
Why do we watch for your soul? because your price, your value is far above rubies.
That's right.
You are valuable. You are precious.
That's
sisters.
right.
Like, and that's why we have to watch for your soul. And because we watch for your soul, read it from the top.
Come on. From the top of the verse.
Yeah, Baba Shah.
Obey them that have the rule over you.
We watch for your soul. So obey them that have the rule over you. Man. Go ahead, read on. Shalaki.
Okay. And as they as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy.
Right. Go on.
And not with grief.
Right. So we have to, as somebody who watches over your soul, we have to give an account for you. Because why are we giving an account? Account to who? The men above us, because we have a head. We have somebody over us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just us oppressing our sisters. We have to give an account to we have to give an account for the people that we rule over to somebody who rules over us.
Right.
And that person has somebody that rules over them, and so on and so forth until you get to Christ, until you get to the Most High. Like, it's not just, you know what I'm saying? It's not just a one-sided thing.
Right.
And so that we can give an account, read on from give an account.
Okay. That they may do it with joy.
So that we may do it with joy.
Right.
And read on.
And not with grief.
And not with grief. So us giving an account with joy would be you know, us giving a report every week, and it's like, yeah, we, you know what I'm saying, all of our sisters are, you know what I'm saying, still in the school, all of our brothers, you know, are doing well in the school, they teaching the class, holding everything down, everything is good in our zone. And not with what?
And not with grief.
So an example of us giving an account with grief is every Wednesday when we have to give those reports, we have to give we have to say that, you know what I'm saying, we lost a sister, we lost a brother because of this, that, and the third, or because I told them to do this instead of doing this, and then they didn't follow the order, and now it cost them their life, or it cost this brother their life because they had to go in and try to protect this sister or this brother because they didn't follow an order. That's giving an account with grief, because we're out of order, and us being out of order causes us to be outside of the protection of the Most High, and it causes us to be open for attacks, man.
Right.
It causes a breach in the brotherhood, man, and it could cause us to lose our life. It could cause, you know what I'm saying, disaster, and we have to give an account with grief. It's like, go ahead, finish that off.
Right. Okay. For that is unprofitable for you.
And that's unprofitable for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. For us to have to give a report with grief because an order wasn't followed, because there was rebellion, because there was pride and ego, and you know what I'm saying, we had to battle instead of just getting that thing done. Because sometimes an order can be given to protect your life, you know what I'm saying, in the long run. Sometimes an order can be given to protect your life right then and there.
Right.
If a brother says, you know what I'm saying, duck, you better trust and believe that I know what I'm talking about and duck your head. Because it could be to save your life. It could be because somebody is behind you trying to cause you harm, or just bullets flying and your life is in danger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know, it's not for interpretation. You don't have to always understand why something is happening right then and there, or why an order is given. Just follow the order, because that could mean the difference between you keeping and losing your life. And that's why the structure is here. It's like Bob Kashaf, if you could go back to Proverbs 31. But this is why this structure is here, to protect Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
That's right.
Because the Most High loves us. The Most High doesn't want this ain't just some sick game that's being played. He loves us, man. So we have rules. We have rules and regulations that we have to follow, and they're necessary. You got that, priest?
Yeah.
Okay, most on Christ.
All right. Verse 13. She seeketh wool.
Mm-hmm. Where we at? Slakia.
Verse 13.
Verse 13. Oh no, we okay, no, we right there.
All right. Verse 13. She seeketh wool and flesh, and worketh willingly with her hands.
Right. So she's making garments. She's over here. She's doing things with her hands to build her household for her husband, for her children, for her nation, man. She's doing things. She's productive, man. She's doing it willingly, man. She's go ahead, read on.
Verse 14. She is like the merchant. She is like the merchant ships. She bringing her food from afar.
Or read on.
Verse 15. She rise also while it is yet night, and giving meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Verse 16. She considered a field and buy it,
right,
with the fruit of her hands, and planted a vineyard.
So this sister in Proverbs 31, she making moves. She is an asset to her nation, man. Just like all brothers and sisters should be. But these sisters, like this sister in the scripture that's being described, she is an asset to her husband and to her nation, man. She's going to get wool and clothing for her household. She's going to get food and bringing it to her household. She's making what we would nowadays, like, she's making the money. She's what we would call nowadays the breadwinner.
Right.
Well, and we tend to stray, like, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we tend to look down on that.
Right.
Like if your wife is at the house and she's, bringing money in, so that while you're out there doing priest work and out there risking your life, and while she's at home, raising the kids and preparing the meals, keeping up the household and making the money to keep the lights on. Like, our brothers and sisters have been trained by our oppressor to despise and look down on them, man. But that is honorable. That is the duty of a sister, man. Because if your husband is out, and there's nothing wrong with, having a slavery as a man, or having a career, none of that. Like, there's nothing wrong with making money. But if a brother is tied up in having a slavery or trying to concern himself with how we're gonna pay for this, how we're gonna keep the lights on, how we're gonna pay rent, how we're gonna put food in the house, how we're gonna get clothes. Like, if your husband is constantly thinking about those things, then that's less time that he can spend doing the work of the Lord. If he has to be at a slave, then that means that brother may or may not be able to make it to camp and, save lives. That brother won't be, as our captains and our generals, if they had slaves and they had to, be tied down, they couldn't give the wise counsel that they give. They couldn't lead, lead the nation. They couldn't, save lives like they do on a regular basis, man.
Right.
And Most High in Christ for the sisters in the ISUPK, because those are the people, those are the sisters that make it possible, man.
Right.
For our mighty, the mighty priests and the mighty captains and the mighty generals to, teach and hold class and give counsel and settle disputes between brothers and give marriage counsels and all of that. The sisters make that possible, man, because they are putting their hands to use. They are holding it down at home, man. They are holding it down for the nation. That's a Proverbs 31 woman. It's not just, while our women are beautiful and delicate and nurturing, and that's not what a Proverbs 31 woman is about. It's not about just being dainty and beautiful and something beautiful to look at. It's about what you are doing for your nation, man. Right. That's what it's like. That's what Proverbs 31 is talking about, man. Salakia, go ahead, read on.
Okay. If I could.
Oh, go ahead. No,
could, you know what I'm saying? Like, this scripture is so heavy, man, because like you said, like, being a woman doesn't necessarily that you just have to be, taking. No, I won't say taking care of. What I'm looking for. Let the man just go ahead and just do everything. Take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Paying for every. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? What the world considers to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what this scripture saying, that if you're a money getting woman, get that money, man.
I'm right.
This is what they saying, because we got sisters that get money, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the world teaches that you don't have to get money. They all going against what's in your spirit. What the Most High put in your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put the white woman spirit in you, man.
Right.
Sit at home. And what you do sitting at home, you think about ways. You start thinking as a woman.
Yeah. Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? Even as a man, you ain't got nothing to do. You start thinking. And I know in women, they start thinking it's over with. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is so heavy because if you like to get money, you like money, go ahead and get it, man. There ain't no difference. Ain't stopping you from getting money. You know what I'm saying? And how can you say this Bible just about men? It's not just about men. It's about women too. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, Most High in Christ. Like, and that's absolutely correct. Like our oppressor, like that's the spirit of our oppressor, man. Like our oppressors, women, they want to sit up and they want to give their husbands grief and backlash and battle and all of that. Like that's what our oppressor wants to do. That's their spirit. They want to sit up in the house and while their husbands is out you know what I'm saying, risking their lives and out there, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever they got to do to get money. They at home thinking about how to spend the money.
Right.
They on whatever they want. And you know what I'm saying? Like that is a dangerous, you know what I'm saying? That is a dangerous thing because that like the things that we want, that changes all the time. Like it changes. Like one day you want a shiny new car. You want the newest car. And then you get it, and then it gets old to you. Then it's like, okay, well, I don't want this no more. We like children, like with toys. You know what I'm saying? You buy your kids toys, and they love it for the first, you know what I'm saying, week they, you know what I'm saying, they can't put it down, and then the next week you see it over there, you know what I'm saying, thrown in the corner or broken or, you know what I'm saying, mistreated. Like that's how we are and that's how our sisters can be. Like like that's how our oppressor women are. They just want to sit up in the house and spend money, and you know what I'm saying, they want everything that their heart desires, man.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like that's not love. Like getting, you know what I'm saying, having anything that you want.
Right.
Everything, you know what I'm saying, everything that you think you want, man. Because a lot of things that we think that we want are toxic to us. A lot of things that we think that we want is not what we need. Salakia, let me. Is there any more?
That's it on that verse.
Okay, no sweat. Let me see if I want to go any deeper into this. Okay, let me get verse 26.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 26. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness.
All right. So, like, she opens her mouth with wisdom, man. Just like this sister is teaching her son in this, as is written in this chapter.
Right.
Like, it's wisdom that she's teaching her son, man.
Right.
To not give your strength to a woman. Because why? Why, man? Because that's out of order. That's out of order. And it's wise for this, you know what I'm saying, for this sister to be, for this sister to have taught her son, who is, you know what I'm saying, who is now a king. It's wise for her to have taught her son these things. And do, you know what I'm saying, do the things that that the Most High, teach her the things that the Most High taught her Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the mighty men in the past. Baba, let me get Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And like, it's wisdom, man. It's wisdom. Because again, like, if we're out of order, we're out of the Lord's protection, man. And but this is a Proverbs 31 woman.
Right.
This is what it is. This is what it means, man. And the Most High is not an author of confusion. He's not going to put all these things in, you know what I'm saying, in this chapter, and then in a whole nother chapter, in a whole nother book, he's going to say something else, man. He's not the author of confusion, man.
Right.
Oh, you got that? Lucky. Bob Kasha.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26.
Right.
And I find more bitter than death the woman.
Just read that again.
And I find more bitter than death the woman.
More bitter than death. A lot of us think that death is the worst thing that can happen to, you know what I'm saying, us, especially Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who don't understand this Bible, who don't understand that, you know what I'm saying, when we die, we come back And, if you don't understand that, you think that death is the worst thing that can happen to you. You're
Right.
just gonna go to some magical place underground and you're gonna burn forever. Like, but what does it say?
Whose heart,
Read from Bible Kasha.
and I find more bitter than death the woman.
More bitter than death than woman. Why? Because of the power that she has. The power that women have power. Like, I mean, like, I know, you know what I'm saying, in the world, our brothers, our sisters was raised to believe that, you know what I'm saying, women are, you know what I'm saying, weak. And they're not expected to die. They're not, you know what I'm saying, they're not expected to go to war, but that doesn't make them weak. They just have different duties. But our women, especially our Black, Hispanic, and Native American women, they are powerful. They have power. And it is important for our sisters to use that power for good and not evil, man. Because the same power that can cause a man to die or a man to, you know what I'm saying, age rapidly or stress out or to grieve, the same power, that's the same power that could be used to build a nation, man, and topple these heathen nations and get us out of this hell, man.
Right.
That's the same power, man. We just got to be we just got to make sure that our energy is going to the right thing for righteousness, man. It's like you. Did you want to bring something up?
No.
Okay, that's what. Baba Kasha, if you could read on.
Whose heart is theirs and next.
So a man falls in love with a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, you're so caught in the world, man. Like a man, you know what I'm saying, falls head over heels for a woman, man.
Right.
And that man will do anything to get that woman in the world if he's not properly raised up. If he doesn't have the proper leadership, he's gonna do anything to get that woman. Like a lot of the times, the things that men do in the world, like, it's for a woman. They out there trying to, you know what I'm saying, they out there selling drugs and running the streets. Why? Because that's what our sisters like in the world, man. They trying to get all this money, you know what I'm saying, by any means necessary. Why? To impress a woman at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They get in this fancy car, you know what I'm saying, where, I mean, we are, you know what I'm saying, just like Solomon, the book, what was it, Solomon chapter 1 verse 5 or 1 verse 10. Like we are fly people, man. We got rows of jewels on our necks and jewels in our teeth, man. We are fly people, but a lot of times, like our brothers and sisters or our brothers, they get the flies car, they get the flies gear, and do all the thing, get all the accessories that they get because of a woman, because they want a woman. They want to be able to impress a woman, man. Like that's the power that a woman has, man.
Right.
And and a woman has to make sure that she is using her power for good, because the same power that's gonna make that man go to the streets and sell drugs to his mama, that's the same power that could be used to get that brother to come into the truth and start his 90 days, man, shed himself for the world and become a mighty priest, man. That's the same power that a woman has, man.
Right.
You just have to use it for good, man. Right. Because if it's used for evil, man, good night. You could topple, just like we can topple our oppressors nation by our sisters using their power for good. You can use your power for evil and topple the nation of Israel. And that's exactly Slacky. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I thought about I'm just paraphrasing, but like that's why Deuteronomy chapter, what is that? Chapter 7 verse 1.
Yeah.
Where it says that where it says that, I know it's in chapter 7, but where it says, you know, we can't make no covenant or marriage with the heathen, man. Or what verse is it?
Verse 3.
Verse 3, Most High in Christ. But that's why it says that we can't make covenant with the heathen. We can't make marriages with the heathen.
Right.
Because what? Because it's going to turn our hearts away from the Most High, man. We'll stop following our law, statutes, and commandments. We'll stop following the culture. That's what happened to King Solomon, man. He had all these women, all these heathen women, and then what did he do? Because he loved his wives.
Right.
He built a temple to his heathen wives, man, to idol, man, so that they can do idol worship, man. His heart was turned away from the Most High, man. That's what it led to. Our king, ultimately, it led to our kingdom, you know what I'm saying, being split, and at the end of the day, our kingdom falling, man.
Right.
Because of the power that a woman has. That's why it's important for our women to use their power for good, for and not for evil. Go ahead, read on, Salaki. Their hearts are snares and nets, man, because we love women, man.
Right.
Like Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we love women.
Right.
Salaki, go ahead, read on.
In her hands as bands.
In her do what?
In her hands as bands.
Her hands as bands, man. Go ahead, read on.
Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
So the sinner, the brother who's gonna do anything for that woman, who doesn't have the proper leadership, who's gonna go out there and sell drugs because he wanna, he wanna get that fast money so that he can impress these women. He's gonna fall victim to that. He's gonna fall victim to those snares. Baba Kasha, let me get. Damn, where's it? Mark chapter 3, verse 27. Like this is the power that our women have, man. And if our brothers and sisters, or if our brothers aren't wise, we're gonna do anything for any type of woman, man. If we don't know the type of woman to look for, if we don't know what a Proverbs 31 woman is, if we don't know what a righteous sister of the Lord is, man, we're gonna fall into snares. We're gonna fall. We're gonna cause our kingdom, the Most High's kingdom, to fall.
Right.
Because we out of order. Because we are giving our strength to a woman.
Right.
Like you got that?
Yeah, I do.
You just want to bring?
Oh yeah, I'm bringing some.
Okay, no, sir. Now do your thing. You ain't got to worry about none of that.
Okay, most time crack the water. But you saying so heavy, man, because we look for women. We look for certain type of women. You know what I'm saying? That that woman that just out just showing her body. That certain type of woman. Brother, what we talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But it's so heavy you saying, bro, because and that's the ones that will put you through hell, man. Because we don't know how to look for the right woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were never taught that. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers know how to. These brothers in this Bible was taught how to look for that type of woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How to look for that virtuous woman, man. We look for the woman. We look for you know what I'm saying, a bad female.
Right.
Man, it's a show I watched, man, on YouTube that talk about, I don't want to disclose the name, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it, man. This ain't no presentation. It's called Smash and Pass. So they go down the line and see who so they got the males and the females on different sides. So they take turn one each and go judge each other. You know what I'm saying? Well, they smash and pass. And it's so crazy how their judgment is on how picking that woman. You know what I'm saying? The most revealing woman they want.
Right. Yeah, if I could,
go ahead,
I'm gonna get right back
ahead,
to you. We love whores. That's the type of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's the type of women we love. So
right. You saying you hit it right in the head on the nail, man. You know what I'm saying? We love whores, man. You know what I'm saying? And our women in the world, they love men. They love men with how they can control. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And if you're too dominant, they say you're too controlling. They say you too controlling. I can't deal with you. I want a nigga I can tell what to do.
Right.
That's a perfect man for me. And that's crazy, bro. That's so. And the Bible tells a man to grow your loins, man, to be a man.
Right.
I'm the man of the Lord, man. I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be hard. I'm supposed to be strong. That's the man you want, but you. No, go ahead, man.
No, most time curse. Now, what you said was absolutely correct. Like we got the game twisted. Like we don't know what a righteous brother is. We don't know what a righteous sister is, man. Right. Because our oppressor is the goddamn devil. The Bible speaks.
That's right.
Like they're the oppressor, man. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Like we're learning from our enemy. We are of our father, the devil.
That's right.
And the lust of our father, we gonna do. Like
that's right.
Our, you know what I'm saying? Our oppressor taught us to despise, you know what I'm saying, a working woman or a man who rules over his household and is dominant.
Right.
Our oppressor taught us to despise one another and despise our sisters and despise our brothers and dishonor these laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
Right.
But we, you know what I'm saying, like that's why we have to get back into this Bible, because what we also were like, we were also taught that, you know what I'm saying, like even though this Bible, like we could, like our brothers and sisters read this Bible in the world and get, you know what I'm saying, some type of guidance and some type of comfort from it, even though that a lot of times they're misguided and have the wrong understanding, but they read it and get a little bit of courage and, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of wisdom and a little understanding. But at the end of the day, they don't take it for reality. Like they don't think that this Bible is real.
Right.
Like they think that it's just like reading Aesop's fables or what is it, like Jack and the Beanstalk or something, like the Three Little Pigs. Like you read it and you know what I'm saying, you're able to draw a lesson. You know what I'm saying? They read, you know what I'm saying, David and Goliath, the story of David and Goliath, and they like, okay, you see the courage that he had, and you know what I'm saying, how he was, you know what I'm saying, he was the youngest of all his brothers, and he was just a sheep, you know what I'm saying, he was just a shepherd, a sheep herder, and how he he had the courage to go topple this heathen, and you know what I'm saying, get glory for his nation. But at the end of the day, they don't believe that it happened. Like they believe the 4th of July. They don't believe it happened like they believe in Santa Claus. Like we have to understand that this Bible is our history book, and every instruction that's in this Bible is for our good, for our protection, man. Slaki, did I give you Mark chapter 3? Yeah. Okay, Most High Christ, Bible Kashah.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house, and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man.
Read that again.
Okay. Except he will first bind the strong man.
Right. So the one Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 26 said that a woman's hands are as bands. Read that again.
Except he will first bind the strong man. And then he will spoil his house.
So a lot of times, like, our houses are spoiled, man. Our women we're raised in single parent homes where the father is not allowed to be around. We're raised in poverty where, you know what I'm saying, we're raised in dangerous neighborhoods. We're raised in conditions where that aren't favorable for, you know what I'm saying, our families. Because our strong men are bound up. The scripture, just read that from the top, Bible Kashah.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
So that's the structure that the Most High set up. He set the structure of the Most High, Christ, man and women, so that what? No man.
Okay, no man can enter into a strong man's house.
So that no man can enter into a strong man's house and do what?
And spoil his goods.
So that's why he set up that structure, not to oppress us, so that not to oppress our women, not to oppress our men, but to make sure nobody can enter into our houses and spoil our goods, spoil our women, spoil our children, take what's ours, and topple our kingdom. That's what the structure is for. Read on, Baba Kashai.
Except he will first bind the strong man.
He will do what?
Bind the strong man.
So he's gonna give the thing is, like, your oppressor can't come in and spoil your household without binding a strong man. And guess how he binds our strong men? Anybody want to take a guess? With the woman. Damn right, get that brother in hand. He's gonna bind the strong man with your woman. He's gonna give your woman welfare and tell you, for you to have welfare, for you to have health care, for you to have you know what I'm saying, to be able to have food stamps and Section 8 housing and affordable housing, to be able to provide for your family, you can't have a man in your house. And we're going to come through periodically and randomly to make sure you don't have a man in your house.
That's right.
He's going to use your woman. And because your woman loves the children so much and we're out of order, so the children are more valuable than the man, the children are put at a higher, on a hierarchy than the men. They're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that they can provide an easy and comfortable life for their children. And they're going to say to hell with the man. Because what? Except he will
first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
He's going to use your woman whose hands are as bands and bind the strong man. And he's going to, that's why a lot of times we grow up in single households, because our women tend to, you know what I'm saying, oppress the men. They tend to, because that's what we were taught by our oppressor. So the man, it's not that the man didn't want to be around, it's because he couldn't be around, man. He couldn't bear to, you know what I'm saying, suffer under the oppression of our women who were taught by our oppressor, man, to get that welfare. We're going to be oppressed by our women to get that welfare and to get those food stamps and to get that affordable housing, man. It's a whole play by our oppressor, man. We don't even know it because we don't understand this Bible. We don't take this Bible as truth.
Right.
We don't take it as history, man. So we end up repeating. What do they say? If you don't know your history, you are doomed to repeat it.
Right.
So that's why we are repeating the same things over and over and over. We're repeating the same things because we don't know our history. That's why we are able to be bound up. That's why the oppressor is able to come in and spoil our houses.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, make merchandise of us and make, you know what I'm saying, make us look foolish, topple our kingdom, keep us on the bottom. Because we are bound. We are bound. Slakia, that's it on that.
Yeah.
Let me get Proverbs chapter 12, verse verse 1. Slakia. We're gonna go down. But yeah, we have to understand that these things that the Most High set in place for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to follow, the hierarchy and the order that he set up, the structure that he set up for us to follow, it's not to oppress us, man. It's not to take advantage of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, men, women, or children. That's not what it's for. It's for our protection because we are valuable. We are loved, man. But we got to follow these rules. We got to follow these rules, or we are going to be subject to the things that we go through. We're going to be subject to oppression and poverty and what's it called? Captivity, slavery, all those things, lies and deceit. We're going to be subject to those things if we don't follow what's in this Bible. Slaki, you got that?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 4.
Slaki, verse 1, Bob Control.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 1. Whoso loveth instruction, loveth knowledge. Mm-hmm. But he that hate reproof is brutish.
Right. So this is a book of instructions that we're reading from, man. The whole Old Testament is a book of instructions and examples of how to fulfill those instructions and what happens if you don't fulfill those instructions. That's what this book is about, man. And the new and old, Salakia, the entire Bible, it's a book of instructions and examples of how to fulfill those instructions and what happens if you don't fulfill those instructions, man. That's why it says, whoso loveth knowledge, loveth, or whoso loveth instruction, loveth knowledge, man. That's how because we go to, you know what I'm saying, like we go to colleges, we go to, you know what I'm saying, the OG, we go to you know what I'm saying, wherever we try to go to get knowledge from, because we don't want to be out here suffering like this. We want to make a better life for our families, man. We go to get knowledge, man. But we go everywhere but in this Bible, man. We don't mind going to the OG who spent all his life in prison, and he gonna teach you exactly how he got to prison. He gonna teach you how to perform the acts, exactly what got him into prison. And you gonna think in your foolish mind that you can do it better, and you're gonna wind up in prison. And then you're gonna be the OG that teaches the next brothers and the next sisters how to end up in prison. Like, it's a cycle because we don't look into this Bible for instruction, man. We don't love we love instruction, but we don't get the instruction from the right place, man. Right. We gotta love getting instruction from this Bible.
That's right.
But he that hate reproof is brutish, man. We don't once a righteous brother, a priest and prophet of the Lord comes to correct our brothers and sisters, we hate it. We turn our noses up, and we ridicule those people, man, who try to correct you and to guide you because you are valuable, and we want you to be protected, man. We hate that. We hate real knowledge. We hate real instruction. Slakia, let me get verse 4.
Come. Verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
So our women are supposed to be a crown to their husbands, man. Right. They're supposed to bring glory to their households, man. Just like in Proverbs 31. You working, you know what I'm saying? You doing what your husband tells you to. You're following orders. You're bringing home you know what I'm saying, the money to be able to make sure your husband is able to go out and, you know what I'm saying, teach people and go fish for the lost sheep. You're out there, you know what I'm saying, holding down the household, making sure there's food to feed the children, raising the children up, training them in the way that they should go so that they don't depart. You're doing these things according to the law,
Right.
and holding it down, bringing your household honor, man. Read that from the top again, Baba Kasha.
Come, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
You're supposed to be a crown to your husband, but on the flip side, go ahead, read on.
But she that maketh ashamed
Mm-hmm.
is as rottenness in his bones.
So he that, but she that, read that again, Salakia.
Oh, come. But she that maketh ashamed.
So that she that doesn't follow orders.
But she that maketh ashamed.
She that constantly is battling with her husband because she thinks she know better.
But she that maketh ashamed.
Nah, she that's out there with her behind out and dressing scantily and bringing her husband dishonor.
But she that maketh ashamed,
right,
is as rottenness in his bones.
Rottenness in the bones. You are causing your husband to age rapidly, and you are exhausting your husband. You are grieving him to the bone. You are wearing him out because you are a dragon. Mm-hmm. When the Most High never intended for you to be that way, man. Our sisters are to be, our sisters' value are above rubies, man. You are valuable. You are to be a princess. You are to be a crown to your husband.
Right.
But because a lot of times we use what our oppressor has taught us, and we use the things that our oppressor has taught us, we are grieving the ones that give an account for us.
Right.
And they have to watch over our souls. We are grieving them to the point where they are weary and exhausted and have it's difficult for them to serve the Lord. Now, don't get me wrong, our brothers are strong. We're gonna serve the Lord, you know what I'm saying, by any means necessary, any lawful means necessary. But if you have to go out and battle on the streets and battle our oppressor, battle at your slavery, battle, you know what I'm saying, in traffic, battle on a podium, battle in class. You have to do all these things and battle. And do you come home and you got to battle your wife too? That is exhausting, because your woman is supposed to be a pillar of rest. But if you don't have a pillar of rest, then at some point you're going to crash.
Right.
If you are, so like, think about it like this. If you got to work a slave, if you work in 3 jobs and you work in day shift, and you work in night shift, and then you work in a graveyard shift, and that's your life, you may be able to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're a strong people. We may be able to go 2-3 days without sleep, but you know what I'm saying? After that 3rd or 4th day, you are going to crash. You're going to fall. You might fall asleep behind the wheel. You might fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? Your body's going to crash. You're going to need rest. And that's what our women are supposed to be. They're supposed to be a pillar of rest. You're supposed to be able to go out and battle and do the work of the Lord, serve the Lord, and serve your people, to try to give them some sort of wisdom and guide them so that we can get out of this hell. And then you're supposed to come home to a woman who brings you peace.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to happen, man.
Right.
Our women are supposed, and that's honor.
Right.
That's honor. We done with that, right? Let me get Salakia. What is that? Honor unto the weak vessel. I can't remember where that.
You talking about the one you had earlier?
What is that in Corinthians? Give honor unto the weaker vessel. Most High in Christ.
2 and 3, 1 Corinthians 2.
Yeah, Baba Kasha.
Most High in Christ. And if I could,
Baba Kasha. Yeah.
2 and 3. Let me get this real quick. Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. I just had it too.
You talking about earlier?
We're talking about 1 Peter 3.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah, I was saying
first. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let's go there. The water. Most High in Christ.
You want 3 and 1.
We're gonna go to 7, and we're gonna go back to 1.
Okay, no sweat.
Did you want to bring anything up before we go?
Oh yeah, if I could. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what comes in with sisters showing brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, to their husbands. Because we know in society we are all oppressed. Even the black women are oppressed as well. But knowing that she has a husband, that she has a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
This man is being considered as a boy in America, man. He being demasculated in America, man. And as a sister, you should, you know what I'm saying? It should pop in your head like, okay, I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed too. But my husband is oppressed. So I want to oppress him when he get home from work, man. You know what I'm saying? I won't be little with him. I want actually, you know what I'm saying? Brother get home from work, he tired, feet hurting, back hurting. You talking about who was that text you last night?
Right.
Like what the?
Right.
It could be nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It could be somebody.
Yeah, it could be somebody.
None of you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we like that's where the sisterhood come from. That's how you know you love your people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because we gotta realize we are all in hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? And like we've been saying tonight, that women, like I'm saying, women in the world, in this American society, man. You know what I'm saying? The white man, so-called white man, told all women to run their doggone mouth, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He told them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know how he told her to run her mouth? The woman, the moving what's that in the 60s? The feminist movement. That's when he said the woman can run their mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Run it because you got the right to run it. Mm-hmm. Don't show no brotherhood to your brother.
Good night.
They taught all women to be selfish, man.
Mm-hmm. You
know what I'm saying? They taught all beautiful women to be selfish, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right there, and the Most High, he hates that. He hates that, man. But no, my bad. I'm going too far off the subject.
Most High crazy. Now, what you bringing out is dead on topic, and like it's selfishness, because as we brought out before, like our sisters, at the end of the day, are the structure is there for a reason. We have men above us because we are stupid. Right. We don't know nothing.
Right.
So we have to be taught. Just like the scriptures say, before you can teach, you have to be taught.
Right.
That's for the men. You know what I'm saying? Christ had to be taught. You know what I'm saying? We have to be taught. We have to have a head over us, man. And that same for the sisters. Our sisters need guidance and to be led because they don't know nothing.
Right.
They don't know nothing. And just like we don't know nothing, just like we have a head, they have a head, because we have to be taught.
Right.
We have to and there's so much power in admitting that you don't know nothing. There's so much power in that, man. Because once you realize you don't know nothing, once you empty your cup, then you can be poured into. But if you think that you got it all, you know it all, and your cup is full, then you're not thirsty. You're not gonna be thirsty for the truth. You're not gonna be hungry for the truth, man. You're not gonna want it. You're not gonna care for it. You're gonna ignore the value and the jewels that are in this Bible, man, because you think you got it all. You think you just, you know what I'm saying? You think you got it. You think you got it all, man.
Right.
And if I could touch on something just to not to get off topic, but your husband can absolutely have multiple wives. He can absolutely have another woman. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now, some men choose not to. Some men choose, you know what I'm saying, to have it, but that's their business, man. Right. The business of a woman is to make sure that her husband has everything he needs to serve the Lord.
Right.
That is their business.
Right.
But it's not like if you so what you hear, you know what I'm saying, his phone going off, you suspecting that so what? It's not, that has nothing to do with you.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the guidance. With him wanting to guide another sister has nothing to do with you and your duties.
Right.
It's like it. But
if I could touch on that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's been like the so-called white man taught all women to be selfish, man. They, you know what I'm saying? He's my man, nobody man. No. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, sisters. Look at this. I know it's hard because we all in hell, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know it's a something different than what you grew up all your life, man. You know what I'm saying? But think about this. Your whole life, you've been going through man. And what they do, they lie to you, say you the only one. Mm-hmm. So you come to truth, this brother will lead you the right way, and he will not put you away if you get another woman, man.
Right.
Like them brothers in the past did your whole life, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Let's be real, man. Like, I understand. I understand. It's hard, man. And we and as priests, we understand it because we show compassion with y'all. You know what I'm saying? When y'all do have an issue with that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you this, sisters. Being a virtuous woman ain't not just about talking. It's about the action as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about that action, man. You know what I'm saying? Being a virtuous woman about doing what you need to do. Don't worry about what your husband doing. Doing what you need to do, man.
Right.
To help build that household, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get caught in the crossfire. When you worry about what he's doing and what he's doing right. He already has somebody above him got to worry about that. What he's doing right.
Damn right.
You don't need to worry about that.
Right.
You worry about what you're doing right to help your husband, man.
Right.
You are help me.
Damn
Just
right.
like you.
No, facts. And what's so heavy, like that's why that Proverbs chapter 31 verse 10 is so heavy. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Ooh-wee.
Because a woman who can continue to serve her nation and serve her husband and keep that household up and raise the children and train them according to the Bible, according to what her husband taught her.
Right.
That is a virtuous woman. A woman who can do that through her husband having multiple wives. That is a different woman. That's right. Especially in this captivity. That's rare. Right. That is rare. Who can find one? Right. Who can find a woman like that?
That's right.
But Slacky, where we at? 1 Peter chapter 3. Well, before we get that, can I get Exodus chapter 21 verse 10, I believe.
Okay, 21.
I just want to just real quick. I just want to touch on this because I said it. I wasn't gonna say it, but it just was. Chapter 21 verse 10.
Okay, no, so I got it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. If he takes him another wife.
If he do what?
If he takes him another wife.
No, but you can't have multiple wives.
If he takes him another wife.
But the Most High you can't have multiple wives. What you talking about?
If he takes him another wife.
No, but you got to be the bishop. What it say? The bishop.
Right.
One wife. What you talking about?
If he takes him another wife.
So this got to be some contradiction.
Ooh-wee.
Go ahead, read on.
If he takes him another wife, her food, her remnant, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
So this is in the law. This is in the law. If a man take another wife, then what he is doing for this woman, how he treats this woman, he can't diminish that.
Right.
He can't stop. He can't diminish the way he shows her love and the guidance and the protection that he provides for that woman. He can't diminish that because he has another wife over here. But why would the Most High if it was unlawful, why would the Most High make a law, give you a law for if you do it, if you do get you another wife? There's no law for, okay, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not kill, but if you do, this is how you hide the body, and this is how you like that. That's not, the Most High is not the author of confusion. He's not going to be like, thou shalt not be a homo. Like, he's not going to say homosexuality is abomination, but if you do be a homosexual, do it like this and do it. Like, that's not how the Most High works. Right. So if he says that, if he gives you, read it from the top again.
Come. If he takes him another wife, her food and her remnant and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
So for him to give you a law and a blueprint for how you should behave, how a man should behave when he has another wife, then that's proof that it's lawful. Right. It's lawful. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not everything, not everything that's lawful is expedient. So if you don't want multiple wives, then Most High in Christ. If you want multiple wives, Most High in Christ. Right. That's you know what I'm saying? You just have to understand, and that's a big responsibility that you're taking on. Just like, you know what I'm saying, having a wife in general. Like, having one wife is a big responsibility. Just like having children is a big responsibility. So you have to treat that as, you know what I'm saying, you can't just be a kid in a candy store running around just having wives. Right. Because you are responsible for them. Right. You're responsible for them. Right. But it is absolutely lawful and it is absolutely righteous to the Most High. Slakia, you can go back to that 1 Peter I just want to touch on that real quick. Chapter 3, verse. We're gonna start at verse. Verse. We can start at verse 1, and then we'll go to verse 7.
All right. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands.
Do what?
Be in subjection to your own husbands.
Read that one more time.
Be in subjection into your own husbands.
Nah, battle.
Be in subjection to your own husband.
Nah, try to teach him and pull scriptures on him.
Be in subjection to your own husband.
Nah, but you know the Bible.
Be in subjection to your own husband.
Right, but into whose husband?
Your own husband.
To whose husband?
Own husband.
Nah, but listen to you know what I'm saying? Listen to this man. Listen to what's his name? What's that brother? What's that man name? The big buff dude that was, you know what I'm saying, on giving life
Derek something?
Yeah, Derek Jackson. Listen to Derek Jackson.
Right.
What did I say?
To your own husband.
Nah, listen to Kevin Samuel. That's his name, right? Yeah.
To your own husband.
Hey, listen to be in subjection to your own husband.
That's
listen
right.
to your husband. Because our sisters have a habit of listening to, you know what I'm saying, TD Snakes and Creflo Dollar and all these other men more so than they listening to their husband. Yeah, past the pork chop. You got to. Our sisters have the tendency to, you know, listen to everybody but their husbands, man. Just like us brothers, you know what I'm saying, we hard-headed and we like to listen to anybody but the men above us.
Right.
But that's, you know, like you have to. The scriptures are saying, do what?
What?
Be in subjection.
Okay. Be in subjection to your own husband.
Uh-huh.
That if any obey not the word, they are also made without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
So your husband, so your husband is teaching you based off of what was taught to him from this Bible,
right.
Based off of what was based off of the law, statutes, and commandments that he is commanded to follow.
Right.
Your husband shouldn't have to pull a scripture to try to get you in order. Now, sometimes it might have to, you know what I'm saying, the sisters might have to be shown in the scriptures why they should conduct themselves like this, and you know what I'm saying, or why they should do this, why they should dress like this, why they should behave like this. And sometimes you have to go into the scriptures and, you know what I'm saying, teach your wives. But it shouldn't be, it shouldn't have to be that.
Right.
Like there's nothing wrong. Of course, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with being taught from the Bible, but for you to listen, your husband should just have to be like, do this, Bible Kashan.
Right.
And you should listen. It shouldn't have to be a scripture battle, man.
Right. If I could,
it's like, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? It's so heavy what you're saying, because sister, you have to understand that when you're dealing with the men in ISUPK, you're dealing with a person that watched over your soul.
Damn
and
right.
I understand that we grew up in hell, that some of our sisters didn't grow up with fathers, man, or father figures. You know what I'm saying? Some of our sisters went through bull crap with the man authority, you know what I'm saying, their authority, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But listen to this, sister, in the ISUPK, you are in perfect hands. Listen to him, man. Listen to that brother. You know why? Because he is getting advice from a brother above him. You know what I'm saying, sisters? Mm-hmm. Listen to that brother, man. I understand you had a past. We all have past, man. But what you do in the ISUPK, when you get a priest and a prophet of the Lord, man, listen to that brother, man.
Right.
Because he's not going to speak his own words.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to speak his Bible, man.
Damn right.
He's going to speak this Bible. You know what I'm saying? And now you go against his words or with his counsel or his judgment, you go against the Bible and you go against the Most High, because what this brother saying tonight, it's an order of these things, man. Go ahead, Shalaki. My bad, priest.
One time crazy. That's a fact. Or just stay single.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, you choose your husband.
Damn right.
You like nobody's making you get married. If you know what I'm saying, if you have a hard time, you know what I'm saying, following orders,
right,
and you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, being a Proverbs 31 woman and using your hands to build up your nation, build up your household, and serving your husband, just be single.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, follow the men, you know what I'm saying, you still have to follow orders from the men above you who are protecting you and who have to make an account for you, but you don't have to go home to them. You can go home to your empty house with your, you know what I'm saying, kids run around and all that, and whatever's going to, just be single. Just be single, and you know what I'm saying, nobody, just You know what I'm saying? Just,
Right.
that's absolutely fine.
Right.
Just don't sleep with anybody, because once you lay down with a man, that is your husband.
Right.
So, like
Right.
what the brother said is heavy. Like our sisters, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like we grow up because we're in hell. Our sisters grow up and are oppressed by the, you know what I'm saying, their fathers, their brothers,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying, the men around them who don't have any wisdom and have no knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they end up growing up and not trusting what they call it daddy issues, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like they grow up and not trust them, you know what I'm saying, any man. They don't want to submit. They have a hard time to submit. So just don't, but like you have to understand that you choose your husband.
Right.
You don't choose your father, you don't choose your brothers,
That's
but
right.
you do choose your husband.
Right.
So once you become of age and you can choose, you know what I'm saying, you once you're of meritable age and you are able to have a lord over you, you choose that husband. So if you don't want an abrasive husband, then don't choose a man that's abrasive. If you don't want a, you know what I'm saying, a soft-spoken man, don't choose a soft-spoken
Right.
man. If you don't want that type of, to be led by that type of spirit, just don't choose that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you do have to obey what that man says.
That's right.
At the end of the day, that is a law. And at the end of the day, whether that man is soft-spoken, abrasive, or if he's, you know what I'm saying, whatever, if he's ruthless or if he's tenderhearted, whatever the case is, if he's serving the Lord, he is going to teach you based off these laws, statutes, and commandments, and he's going to deal with you righteously.
That's right.
At the end of the day, no matter what his spirit is, what his personality is like.
That's right.
But you know what I'm saying, you choose. And another thing before we get to verse 7, like if you have any, you know what I'm saying, what's the word? Anything that makes you, never mind, I'm gonna leave that alone. Baba Kashab, verse 7.
All right, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge,
right?
Giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel.
Right. So, like I said before, like a brother in the truth who studied these scriptures and is taught by the men above him,
right,
and is led just like he's leading you, he is going to dwell with you with according to knowledge, man, and give you honor as unto the weaker vessel. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that you are weak? Does that mean that you are less valuable? No, of course not. That just means you just have a different, you just play a different part.
Right.
You have a different role. You have a different, your honor, how you get honor is different. Men, we are expected to go to war. We are expected to be out there and go to camp. We don't have a choice but to be a priest. If you are a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you are a priest by birth.
That's right.
You are expected to go out there and be willing to die for your people. That is your role as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. To go to war and die if need be.
Right.
A woman, however, she's not expected to die.
Right.
That's not her role. That is not the honor she gets. If a man goes out there and dies for his people righteously, if he goes out and dies so that you can live, Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman, that is honor.
That's right.
But that is not your honor. That is not how you get honor.
That's right.
You get honor by keeping up the household,
right?
By serving your husbands to make sure that he can go out and die for you if need be, and die for his people who need him, and pull his people out of those trenches and out of those go for the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right.
That's his honor, and your honor is to make sure he can do that, so he doesn't have to come home to a dragon and have to battle, and has to come home to a house where the lights ain't on because the bills ain't been paid, or has to worry about going to a slave, so he can't go out and die because he's working for his oppressor.
Right.
That's your honor, to make sure he never has to worry about that. He can come home to a pillar of rest. That's the honor that you get as unto the weaker vessel.
Right. If I could, real quick, man, what you say is so heavy, man. I'm gonna be brief. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know, and the thing is that when you are being a virtuous woman, we all know things don't go. This is not no doggone fairy tale. you have issues. We know, but we know in ISUPK we got married to 18, 15. We talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But when your husband is out there warring, right? Out there warring, I'm talking about I'm just talking about sisters, period, man. You know what I'm saying? We deal with sisters in the world too. You know what I'm saying? When your husband's out there warring and he's come back, like the priest said, out there warring. We go out there warring, we are risking our lives, man. Even though it's not no doggone, not over there in in the Middle East, you know what I'm saying? But we do a spiritual warfare. Anything can happen at any moment, man. Anything, man. We seen it. We ain't just saying we out there warring, just be saying it. Like, you don't know, we know ISUPK. They know about us. You know what I'm saying? We go out there warring, man, and we come back and we gotta hear what you say. What they say? You just not. I heard it. I heard this before my own self.
Go ahead.
I gotta think back. Okay, yeah, you get back. You want to hang with your woman, and she talking about I'm not happy. I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? I feel this type of way. You know what I'm saying? What's the mumble jumble stuff, man? You know what I'm saying? Like when the priest is bringing out so heavy, man, because we like our sisters need to understand that they have a role, man. And your role is not to wonder what your husband is doing all the doggone time, man. Your role is to wonder what you doing while your husband out there warring. Make sure when he come back, everything is clean and nice, man. That's the least you can do, man. You understand? That's the least you can do. These brothers out here driving hours and hours to go and war, man. Hours and hours coming back. And he got to hear what's going on, how you feeling. How you feeling? We gonna listen to you. We ain't gonna be like, man, no. We gonna listen to you. But to make it easy on each other, man, understand what that brother going through. Just like we understand what you going through, sisters, man. We understand what y'all going through in this hell. Understand what the brother's going through as well as being the priest and prophet. We love our jobs. You know what I'm saying? But we want to come home and I'm going too far into it. We don't want to come home and like the priest said, come to a dragon. We want to come to a Israelite woman, man. Israelite woman, princess, man. Like Ruby, man. That's what we want to come home to. A come want to come.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Hell yeah, get out of hand. If I could, let's get back to that Proverbs 31. Now, what you said was heavy though. Like, and we are absolutely like, just because we're not in the Middle East, like a lot of times, like the hood is more dangerous than all that. Like you ain't gotta go overseas to get shot at, like, and it's crazy. Like, so like when we go to war, like it's spiritual warfare, but sometimes it's physical warfare too.
Goddamn right.
Like sometimes we have to defend the camp and take ground and fall on somebody. Sometimes we gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's situations where we gotta use what we've been trained to do and protect our brothers and sisters. Like sometimes we gotta do those things. But what like another thing you said, like it's crazy, it's crazy when we go to camp, you know what I'm saying? Brothers go to camp and risk their lives, and sometimes you know what I'm saying, bullets is flying. We out and you know what I'm saying, trying to reach the people, and then you know what I'm saying, things happen. There's an altercation that has nothing to do with us, and then right next to us, there's, you know what I'm saying, gunshots, bullets flying. And we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we gotta protect our people, and you know what I'm saying, make sure all of our people are accounted for. And then we come home and our ribs is like, why don't you text me all day? Like, you just got done. You didn't have bullets flying past you, and you didn't got done, you know what I'm saying, trying to hold it down and protect your brothers and make sure everybody get home safe. That's what you're thinking about. And then you come home and your rib is thinking about, why don't you text me all day? Knowing that you're doing the work of the Lord.
They say, I need more.
Yeah, bro.
They need more. I need more.
Yeah, like, no, you need to. Baba Kashai, like, what? Baba Kashai, can I get a plate real quick before you get the, you know what I'm saying, coming in, you know what I'm saying, coming down on me because I ain't text you. You know what I'm saying? After I get a hot plate and get me a shower and get this, you know what I'm saying, get this dry sweat up off of me because I've been, you know what I'm saying, working all day and doing the work of the Lord all day. After I get showered and freshened up and all of that, then I might then I might hear you and tell you and explain why I didn't text you all day.
Right.
Because I was doing the work of the Lord and all of that. Like, but first, make sure your husband is taken care of and be a Proverbs 31 woman.
That's right.
Baba Kashar, let's get that verse 10.
Proverbs 31.
Baba Kashar, yeah.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, verse 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Mm-hmm.
For her price is far above rubies.
Who can find a virtuous woman? And somebody who can, a brother who can find a virtuous woman, he is, you know what I'm saying, blessed. The Lord loves this brother.
Right.
To reward this brother with a virtuous woman, because who can find one? Their price is far above rubies.
That's right.
Their value is far above rubies.
Right.
So what that means is they are rare.
Right.
It is rare to find a virtuous woman who Kana Khan and is Madra Shabbat and Yahweh Shema Thaba Shem Yahweh Shai every time, and like all of that. That is rare.
Right.
That is very rare. Who can find one, man?
Right.
And what we have to realize is that is the standard for our sisters, man.
Right.
And the more we expect that out of our sisters as brothers, and stop loving whores, stop loving, you know what I'm saying, stop lowering our standards and just finding what look good, and you know what I'm saying, these Instagram sisters who got their behind all over the internet.
Right.
And all of that. As soon as we stop loving whores, then our sisters will stop being whores, because they love us.
Right.
They want, you know what I'm saying? They want a man, but we love whores. So what do they got to do? They got to be a whore to catch our eyes. And then what do? They like, I'm not one of these regular whores. Like they're not one of these regular women.
Right.
Like, so now they had to be a whore to get your attention. And now they trying to get some sort of respect, but it's just a cycle. So first, the men. You had something you want to bring up?
Oh yeah, I want to say something.
Real quick. Go ahead.
So like the priest. Oh, you know, you're saying so heavy because like that show again. I apologize, brothers. Y'all want to watch it just for spiritual, intake. Like when they shot up with the women, when the men start judging them, they look a certain way. Then when the woman judged the man, they are so worried about the judgment of the man. It's in their face. It's in how they move. You know what I'm saying? If a man say something they don't like, they start rolling their eyes. And all that stuff they do. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, it's so heavy because they do these things because that's what men like.
Right.
They don't worry about what they like. So what? We said we like fake booties. They go get fake booties.
Right. Good,
you know what I'm saying? Fake booties and fake lips and everything. They start doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that. I'm gonna cut it short.
Oh, you got it.
You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why the scripture says that we have to be the man of the Lord, man. We got to come back to our culture, man, so a woman can understand what man to like, to love, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you.
Oh, no sweat. Like what you said was absolutely on point. And our men have to stop loving whores, just like this priest brought out. And our sisters have to live up to the standard. They have to up the standard. They have to do what the Bible says, man. And especially, you know what I'm saying? Like if you are, you know what I'm saying, a young sister raised up in this truth, and you've been you've been raised up all your life in this truth and all of that, like that is, you know what I'm saying, like Most High in Christ.
Right.
But like you of course follow the law, and you know what I'm saying, be a virtuous woman. Do what Proverb 31 says and describes as a virtuous woman.
Right.
But if you are coming out of the world and you have spent all your life being a whore, and you have done all these things, dishonor, and you got all this baggage coming out of the world, you cannot afford to, you know what I'm saying, twist your neck up and roll like all that. You know what I'm saying? You can't afford to be that. You have to be this type of woman.
Right.
Madam Shabbat. Obedient, absolutely obedient. You have to be that way. You can't afford to have your nose turned up. You can't afford that, because read verse 10 again.
Verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Because it's already hard to find a virtuous woman. It's hard to find because we're in hell, and every man is looking for a virtuous woman. Every priest is looking for a virtuous woman. Who can find one?
Right.
You can't be found. So if you have had that past and you're trying to share yourself with the world and you're trying to become a new creature, you have to put on that culture. Absolutely. You cannot afford to stray away from that culture because it's already rare to have, it's already rare to, you know what I'm saying, find a virtuous woman.
Right.
Like you have to put on that culture absolutely without blemish, and you that's what you got to do. Right. Especially if you want a husband, especially if you are looking for a Lord to lead you and guide you and protect you, because a man is looking for a virtuous woman.
That's right.
A Kanadawan Connor, somebody who is going to be obedient to them.
Right.
And
no.
It's like you. But that's what a man is looking for. A man is looking for good night. A man is looking for a woman who is going to lead, or a man is looking for a woman who is going to follow his leadership,
right,
and be a pillar of rest. So if you have any blemish, if you have any stain on your honor, you have a debt to pay, just like we all have to have a debt to pay. You have to be perfect, as the scriptures say. Salakia, was you holding anything? Did you want to bring anything else?
Yeah. The book, I got a precept.
Oh, Most High Christ.
You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 30. Okay. In the time of his ignorance, God winked at. But now commanding all men everywhere to repent, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High, see, the Most High, when you was out in the world doing what you was doing, man, the Most High winked at it. So when you coming up in here, man, and you still trying to act like that, man, like no, because he winked at it because you didn't know no better. You didn't know no better, man. Right. So now when you come to the truth, you know better. Now you're hold accountable now, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't you know what I'm saying? You can't you come to truth, you go out there smoke some cigarettes. You know smoking cigarettes is wrong, man. You come to truth, you go out there getting with a different nation. You know better now. Once you hear it, now you hold accountable. Once you hear how to be a virtuous woman, you'll now hold accountable. Once you want to go against that, man. You understand? Because how you feel. The Most High don't deal with feelings. And we know that. He deal with your actions, man.
Right.
Like
the Most High Christ. You know what that brother said was absolutely correct. Like this is what our brothers and sisters have to do, man. This is what our people have to do, man. We have to come back to our culture, and our sisters, you know what I'm saying, have to come back to. If we're gonna say that, if our sisters are gonna say that they're a Proverbs 31 woman, or they aspire to be a Proverbs 31 woman, be that, but understand what that is. Because it's not just, you know what I'm saying, posing for a picture and looking, you know what I'm saying, looking adorable. That's not what a Proverbs 31 woman is. Mm-hmm. Although our women are beautiful, it takes action. A Proverbs 31 woman is action.
Right.
She's being a pillar of rest for her husband. She is building up her household so that her husband doesn't have to worry about frivolous things, little small things like a roof over his head, or, you know what I'm saying, of transportation or lights or food in his house. Mm-hmm. That's what a Proverbs 31 woman is. She is making sure he doesn't have to think about those things so that he can focus strictly on the work of the Lord. He doesn't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, babysitting children and all those things. He can just serve the Lord, and you make it easier for him to serve the Lord.
Right.
With that, any questions or comments before we go to these security announcements?
I don't see
no questions in the chat. Most High Christ, no sweat. Well, with that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer 50 Abon Zayan for the security announcements.
All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on Commander in your honor. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, in Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asirah. Tenth of every penny of any increase the Lord give you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the feast. We have the Feast of Purim. The 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. So it'll be Monday, the 14th of February, and Tuesday, the 15th of February, 2022. You can find it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. Reminder for Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all boots, like all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. And that concludes the ISUPK security announcement.
No time in Christ. With that, say Ahmadim, which means to stand in Hebrew. Sar Wapan Yahakodam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew and in the English. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakotka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Asha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Natalanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalakla Kabab Wathnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabab Wathinawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahata Pa'arat. La I will love you. Amun. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, sorry, we're going to face the brothers, give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Majid Shabbat, and Madyam, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Barakatah, Yad Yamatah. No, sorry, face the sisters, give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, and Majid Shabbat, and Madyam, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Latham Bashim Yahushua. Yad Yamatah, dismiss.